What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Lynn here, aka iPod One Reviewer here on YouTube, back with you all again for a new segment that I'm starting here on my channel, which is called Between Gamers One on One. Now, this is completely different from the other segments that I have here. I have an interviewing a gamer segment. That is a segment in which I will interview gamers, ask everyone the exact same questions, and get you guys answers and your opinions on the questions that I ask you. This Between Gamers One on One, it's basically a segment that we'll use to discuss gaming topics with one other person. So it's not a podcast per se, basically just a one-on-one that will discuss a topic here and there, or maybe a couple of topics to where it'll be like a discussion amongst friends. Dirty and I actually had a discussion about what we're going to talk about today, and it just dawned on me. I felt that this would be a really cool segment to bring to you all. That way, in a sense, you all can be a part of our conversation. So if you all have anything that you would like to add to the discussion, if you would like to be a part of this segment, leave a comment down below and we can set this up. So first off, we're going to go ahead and have Dirty introduce himself, and then we're going to go ahead and get started with today's one-on-one. And today, so far, we're going to discuss the PlayStation 4.5, and we'll probably bring you all some other gaming-related news as well that we will be discussing, and have you all, like I said, you can get involved if you so choose and leave a comment down below. And yeah, so Dirty, go ahead and introduce yourself, brother.
All right, what's going on, people? This is your boy Dirty, and we about to get this discussion on. You can see I got the turntable is back, baby.
Turntable!
Whatever song you think is playing, that's what's playing.
Word. Y'all ain't gonna get away from that. I done brought it to you on Me Tomo too. You ain't getting away from it.
Uh, that's
All
like I
right.
said, that guy.
PlayStation 4.5. That is the rumor, right?
The rumor is actually true.
Ah, so it has been proven true. Because everywhere I checked, it said it was still a rumor.
Well, from what I'm getting, they're saying that this is supposed to hit the holiday season, near the holiday season, and there's already a God of War 4 in the works for this console.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're basically forcing us to buy yet another PlayStation 4. Actually, a PS4 4K console.
Well, you know what you could say, like they're forcing us, and you can also say they're not. But in a way, it is kind of like a force because from what we're getting, because Sony hasn't put out everything specific, but for what I'm getting a little different stuff here and there. Some people are saying that this console will help developers with 1080p, 60 frames per second tops. And if they wanted 60 frames per second, 1080p, they won't have no problem of doing it like they have on these generation consoles. Two, I heard there is a 4K Blu-ray player in there, so you will be able to play back 4K movies. Now, the thing that I'm more concerned about is I'm getting mixed signals on is um, the games that's coming out in the near future. They said will work on the older PlayStation, but the visuals would be better on the PlayStation 4.5.
Mm-hmm.
Developers decide to make the game for the 4.5. It is still play on the 4, but I guess the graphics will be kind of toned down. And someone said that the games were supposed to be in 4K. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, I'm like for $400, the price they said would be around $400. So I'm like, okay, 4K, $400. That sounds unbelievable.
Why
Now,
that?
because I mean, when you talk to PC guys, you know what I'm saying, they said they can't get, 4K, native 4K for that much. I mean, for that low price.
Mhm.
So how can the console do it? So I'm like, okay, whatever graphics card can do 4K, I'm pretty sure they paying more, maybe about the same or more for a graphics card. But then you got to think about a console. The console has a graphics card. It has RAM in it, just like a PC.
Mhm.
It has all these parts. But how is a console able to get a 4K? But a PC is, you have to pay more. You know what I'm saying? If you want, you know, 4K. You know what I'm saying? Native. Now, some people are saying that it's supposed to be in 4K, and then some people are saying no, it's supposed to be 1080p. But if you have a 4K TV, it'll upscale it to 1080p. I mean to 4K, not native, just upscale it. So it's still going to look better, but I guess not as good as true 4K native.
Mhm.
So this is the stuff I needs to know. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because to me it's like, what was the reason of bringing out the original PlayStation then, the
Exactly.
PlayStation 4? Because I'm like, okay, was this a beta test? Was this an answer to put something out because they didn't want Nintendo Wii U to be out on the market for damn near 3 years?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, what is this? What is it for? You know what I'm saying? Why is it being upgraded? Why people not asking questions? You know what I'm saying? Because most people out here be like, well, if you don't like it, don't buy it. Yeah, true. If you don't like it or what you hear, don't buy it. But I still want to know, in the span of less than 3 years, why is there a new console?
Mhm.
Because if it was anybody else, Microsoft, since everybody likes to talk about Microsoft this generation, Nintendo, they always love anything bad about Nintendo, whatever moves they make, they make a fuss of it. Now, if this was any one of those two, this would not be a good thing in social media or YouTube. Everybody would be upset. Everybody be griping. Everybody be making videos talking about, oh, Nintendo, oh, y'all got fucked over by Nintendo. They putting out another console. They putting out a Wii U 2.5 and blah 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 blah. Oh, look at Xbox. They about to put out another Xbox because it ain't strong enough. It can't compete with the PlayStation 4. But the PlayStation 4 is doing one, and nobody is saying anything. Nobody's asking questions why. But I did hear one person say because of the VR headset. So I'm like, you mean to tell me that they should have put out another PlayStation that's stronger than this one for a VR headset? Like, they really, if this is true, then they really banking their money on VR, on this VR,
Mhm.
which I really think ain't going to really take off.
I don't think so either. I haven't heard of any games or whatnot that's going to be released on VR that has actually captured and maintained my interest. So, me personally, I will not be partaking in PlayStation VR. And if they're creating this PlayStation 4K, 4.5, whatever you want to call it, if they're creating that, along the lines of having it compatible with the PlayStation VR, then where does that leave those of us that have a regular PlayStation 4 using PlayStation VR? So, as far as what I can tell, the quote unquote rumor mill they're discussing is that it's supposed to have an upgraded GPU and possibly a better CPU.
Mm-hmm.
Like you were saying, so it's supposed to improve power. Um, and as well as allow for the PlayStation VR, for so you can have more high end experience. So I don't know. I mean, to me, that's not enough to purchase another PlayStation. I have a PlayStation 4. I don't need another PlayStation. So, um, I mean, I understand for those that have the 4K TVs, but in my opinion, why do you even have a 4K TV? There aren't any cable services, or I'm not sure about like, the satellite cable people. I don't know if any of them support 4K, but I know that regular cable services are not there yet to where they're supporting 4K. So I'm not understanding now the reason to even purchase a 4K television. So, if you're going to purchase this and you have a 4K PlayStation 4, okay, I can understand that. That way you're playing your games in a higher resolution. I'm wondering too that, if they're going to output another PlayStation, 4K, does this mean they're going to have completely different games on this console versus what's on the regular PlayStation 4 because this will be in 4K? You understand? So, um, that being said, it's like the only reason to even have a 4K TV or to, have a 4K PlayStation is to play your games in 4K. So, does this mean will you actually be able to stream in 4K as well to YouTube? Because you can stream to YouTube, you can stream to Twitch, and then isn't there another one? What is it? There's another service
Ustream.
now. What is it?
Ustream.
Well, Ustream, but then there's something else that they allow you to stream to now too. I
Oh,
can't
really?
remember.
Mm.
Yeah, I can't remember what it is. But anyway, so you can stream to all these different, places, but natively, since you're able to stream to YouTube, will you now be able to stream to YouTube in 4K? And like I was saying, where does that leave the games? Like, are these going to be completely separate games than the regular PS4 games? It's I don't know. I don't like that concept. Now some may, and I'm sure there's going to be people that's going to be out there buying this, but me personally, I'm not seeing a reason to.
Yeah, I'm like I'm thinking the same. It's so much that I want answered, but we don't know yet. And I said this in the podcast the other day. I'm like, okay, let's just say it's 4K gaming. Okay, what is going to be the hard drive space for this 4.5? Because it better not be 500, gigabyte. They
Mhm.
will have for 4K gaming. They will at least have to put a 2 to 4 terabyte hard drive in this console.
Mhm.
It's doing 4K gaming because 4K to install that on your hard drive, that's going to be like 4 5 the time you have to wait in order for this game to install. If you
Mhm.
installing the games now, that's like 40 and 50 gigs take too long now. Just imagine a 4K game trying to install on the hard drive.
Mhm.
You might as well, you done spent the whole day for this thing to install, a half a day. So you might as well install it, go shopping, pick up groceries, and drop the kids off somewhere, come back, and it'd probably be finished. And this is the stuff I want to know. And then they say, like, okay, the games will work on both. Okay, will developers start will developers make a game where the game is just they choose this particular game to be on the 4.5 and uses its power, but now that game is not playable on the original PlayStation 4 because they use so much of the power over here.
Mhm.
It's not going to play on this console, but they saying the games that come out will play on both. But it's going to get to a point where developers are going to be like, you know what, we we don't use so much power over here on the 4.5. It's going to be hard for it to play over here on the 4. So what about the people that didn't, transfer over to the 4.5? It's like it's just so many questions.
Mhm.
Nobody is really like asking. It's just like, you know, they just like, state, oh yeah, it's a PlayStation 5 and I mean 4.5 and this is in it and da 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 da. But they not asking like why Sony putting this out, you know, um will developers just take advantage of the new hardware and what's going to happen to the old hardware? What's going to be? I also want to know what's they say if you put the game in the PlayStation 4.5, you get a better visual. But if you put it in the old model PlayStation 4, then you won't get the same graphics. So what is that graphical leap going to look like?
Mhm.
That's what I want to know. Is it going to be drastic where it'd be like, damn, maybe I should get a 4.5? Or is it going to be like, I could tell a little bit, but there's still no need for me to hop over to the 4.5. I can deal with this. That's also what I want to know, you know?
But in essence, you're still owning two PS4s. You know?
Right. But I'm no, what I'm saying is say I never transferred, say I never picked up the 4.5 when it come out. I'd just rather stay with the standard 4.
Yeah.
Now, the games that's coming out in the future, they said that developers will be using it for the 4.5, but it
Mhm.
is still able to play on the 4. It just have a downgraded graphics.
Exactly.
So my thing is, what's the difference between the graphical? You know what I'm saying? Is it going to be a big major graphic? You know what I'm saying? Like downgrade, or is it going to be like just a small? Where it's going to be like, oh, okay, it just still don't look too bad. You know what I'm saying? Compared to the 4.5, it's still playable. It still looks nice,
Mhm.
and that's what I want to know as well. You know,
Okay.
yeah, because if it's some big giant graphical leap, then I'm gonna be pissed. I'm
Basically.
I'm like the 40 million people that bought a PlayStation 4 was just beta testers then.
Mhm.
They just put this out here because they did not want Nintendo to be out here by themselves on the market for almost 3 years, and we still playing on the PS3 and 360.
Well, we supposed to know something by October, I'm assuming. Sometime with around that time in October.
Hopefully they will say a little bit something more when E3 come around. Hopefully,
Yeah.
because October, that's a long way. That's a long ways off, and then they talking about that they want to release it this year around the holiday season.
Mhm.
So I would hope they say something, this upcoming E3 in what, in like 2 months or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, they will have to say something or start saying a little bit something now. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Because it's a lot of stuff I want to know.
Yeah. Okay. So what else would you like to discuss while we're here today?
I want to know if Microsoft would do the exact same thing.
Mhm.
I wouldn't. I don't see Sony doing this and Microsoft not doing it. I mean, will it give, you know, Microsoft the advantage to make a more powerful machine? Because to me, at the end of the day, I don't know how strong the PlayStation is over the Xbox. I
Mhm.
really think nobody knows. But a lot of people, I done heard people say it's 50% more powerful. And I'm like, 50% more powerful. I'm like, I think you would see at least a dramatic difference between multiplayer games.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Unless developers are just, you know, are not taking the time to because they saying that this generation developers are developing on the PlayStation 4 and then ported over to the Xbox One. As last generation, they was developing on the 360 and porting it to the PS3.
Mhm.
So I would think that if they're developing more on the PlayStation and then porting it over to the Xbox One, I think we'll be seeing a difference. If it's 50% more powerful, that's why I'm like, I don't really think people in the community know how powerful it is. They just know it's powerful. That it is powerful than the Xbox One. Because when you tell me 50%, I'm like, okay, that's half. That's almost double. So we should be seeing some type of graphics of that, the Xbox One can't do it.
Mhm.
But we haven't seen any game that shows the power of the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Remember, so weights. Oh, so maybe that's the term that they using when they was telling us greatness awaits. Yeah, 4.5. That's the greatness. That's the fuck we was waiting on.
Greatness awaits, huh?
That's why they was using that slogan. Greatness awaits. Yeah, just wait almost 3 years. We gonna make you upgrade to 4.5. I got it now.
Now, I mean, to me, I feel that Microsoft still somewhat already, they it seems like they're going in a positive path as well with this integration to PC. Now,
Mm.
that seemed like that would be something that PlayStation would want to, look into, but that's I don't think that's going to happen. But with Microsoft integrating into PC and even having bundles out or whatnot where you can purchase a laptop and an Xbox One together as a bundle, further solidifies Microsoft's step into that direction of having games playable on both PC and console. I think that is a really cool idea. I think it's awesome that you will at some point down the road this year supposedly be able to play with your PC friends on the same game, and that they're playing on PC and you're playing on console. I think that is awesome to be able to integrate that. Um, and it's giving you more possibilities. You'll be able to use your Xbox like a PC. You could connect a mouse and keyboard to it. I'm assuming. I think you can do that now. But yeah, you'll be able to do that and use it, as a PC or as a console or whatnot. And I think that is an awesome move. Although, again, you have people that complain and say, "Oh yeah, now we're not going to have any exclusives and blah 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 blah." Because whatever's going to be on Microsoft is also going to be on PC. And like I said, I think it's a step in the right direction. So, what are your thoughts on that?
Um, I mean, I don't have a problem with you know, Microsoft putting if they want to put their games on PC. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, it's not like they putting it on Steam. They putting
Mm-hmm.
it in the store. You know what I'm saying? And what operates a computer? Microsoft Windows. You might as well say the PC is some type of form of Microsoft.
Mm-hmm.
And with the whole thing of being able to play with PC gamers, from the Xbox. I mean, I don't have a problem with that either. I mean, that's cool.
Yep.
You know,
But you've got people that's going to complain about everything. People are
yeah,
all up in the uproar saying, "Oh, we're not going to have any exclusives now." Blah 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 blah. Well, maybe this will be one more step in the positive direction to get y'all to shut up about a stupid console war that makes no flipping sense. None.
true, true. I don't know. I don't. I mean, like I said, it's not like Microsoft is putting their games in the Steam store for you to go buy. It's
Mhm.
actually in their Windows 10 store. So you have to go to Microsoft Store to play it, to open it, to run it. And like I said, what runs your PC? Microsoft Windows. So what is you getting upset about? Because basically, like somebody said in a podcast, Microsoft is just going back to their roots.
Mhm.
Microsoft was the only PC. They made games for the PC before the original Xbox ever came out. So why be upset that they want to go back to what they started on before?
Mhm.
Ain't like Microsoft came out and they brought out a console and that was they first time coming out and it was a console and now all of a sudden they want to dip into PC. Then I could understand your gripe, but they was at PC first and then decide to make an Xbox, get into the console race. So I mean, what is y'all mad about?
Mhm.
And again, they mad about because, like you said, they can't go bicker back and forth with PlayStation and Nintendo fans of what they have exclusive. And our exclusive is better than your exclusives. Like, okay, everybody got their own opinion.
Didn't you mention too that they would offer bundles, like if you buy a game on such and such and you get it free on the other?
Oh yeah, like if you buy Quantum Break, you will get a copy. I think if you buy it on the Xbox store on the Xbox One, you would get the PC version free. So basically, you get, I guess you get a code to get it free for the PC, and vice versa. I pre-ordered Quantum Break, but I don't get the game for PC. They actually give you Alan Wake from the 360 for free to play on the Xbox One.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's still not bad.
right. I mean, Microsoft is giving us games. You know what I'm saying? You still have a lot of people that's still play the 360, so they figure, hey, why don't we bring those 360 games over here to the Xbox One, so they'll be able to get rid of the 360, buy Xbox One to play this generation games plus they old games that they still enjoy playing on the 360. You know,
Hmm.
I mean, that's a strategy. You know what I'm saying? If you want more Xbox to sell, why not? Because I hear now that they're saying one of the Call of Duties is backwards compatible or is about to be backwards compatible. I think so. Hey, more the merrier.
Now, do you feel that any one company can learn from the other?
Yeah, I think all companies can learn from each other. You know what I'm saying? Just the three that we have out now, they all can learn from each other. You know what I'm saying? I know Nintendo can learn a lot from what Sony and Microsoft is doing, and they both can learn, from each other and from Nintendo. So, I mean, one company, just because one company is in the lead, it don't always stay like that, people. You
Mm-hmm.
got to think about it. You had consoles, you know, from the mid '80s, and they was in the lead. You know what I'm saying? Then you had another company come in. They took the lead. Now another company is there, and now they have the lead. So it's like it goes back and forth. Nobody is going to be on top forever in this gaming, in consoles. It's always going to switch up. You know what I'm saying? Nintendo had it. Sony had it. Microsoft had it. Now Sony got it again. You know what I'm saying? It's like it just goes back and forth. Nobody's going to stay on top with a console for after each generation that's released. Console that's released. It's not going to be like that.
Okay. So what else do you want to talk about?
What's that?
What else you want to discuss?
Um, that might be it because basically, I just want to know if Microsoft is actually going to go the same.
Mm-hmm.
Was going to go the same route
Mm-hmm.
as Sony of trying to make a powerful Xbox One, which to me I don't even see they don't really need to, you know, because what we have now is it's amazing. We got good graphics,
Mm-hmm.
but to
Yeah,
me,
but some would beg to differ.
but that my thing is, it's like okay, at the end of the day, you have to break it down. When you look at these graphics, you're like, this is not the graphics that I want. It's not a big leap. Okay, you got to think about it. How much are you willing to pay for a console to have the graphics that you are satisfied with, the games you are satisfied with? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
are you willing to pay? That's what you got to ask yourself. What am I willing to pay to have the graphics that I am satisfied with? And then you tell me how much you think this console is going to cost. Because if you was that up in arms about being satisfied with graphics, you'll be over there on PC. Just basically, that's where you're going to get the best graphics for right now. It's PC.
Mm-hmm.
So why is you hyping about? Why is you griping about what console is giving you when you could just get up and go to PC? oh, might be too expensive for you then. So why don't you think about for what you want from a PC, how much you think you're going to be paying for a console now? Because remember when PlayStation 3 came out and they was going for 5 and $6.99, everybody was like, why is this fucking console damn this $800?
Mhm.
But now all of a sudden, I guess they are willing to pay that price now or a little bit more for a console that's giving them the graphics that they want, that they are satisfied with. Me, I don't gripe about the graphics because I know once you go up in graphics, that means you got to go up in everything else.
Mhm.
You got to go up in CPU, GPU, RAM, all this. That costs money. Now the console's about to cost more money, and then who's to say that the games are not going to go up? Because a lot of people don't remember last generation they wanted games to go up to $69.99, and guess who that was? That was EA. But unfortunately, it didn't happen because other third parties wasn't really on board yet for making the game $69.99
I
when
thought
we
they wanted them like 100 and something.
I remember EA wanted it to go up
Okay.
69. They wanted to go. Wait a minute, was it this generation or last generation? Because I know we went from $49.99 with the PlayStation 2 and GameCube and the original Xbox. Then we went up to 59 because they was talking about, oh, we're going to the HD era now. And since we're going into the HD era now, there's going to be more manpower. There's going to be, there's giving all this list stuff of why it's going up an extra $10.
Mhm.
Think this generation, I think EA wanted to go up another $10. So that was going to be $69.99. Then you did have some people was like, well, won't we make the games more? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
Don't,
they're still giving us less.
and that's the thing I be trying to tell people. I'm like, if they messing us over now, just imagine when they make these games $69 and up, and that's not including season pass.
Mhm.
Just imagine you paying $89 for a game for Street Fighter 5 and there's nothing there. You know what I'm saying? I guess
Mhm.
maybe then people will actually start bitching and moaning about these games when they paying well over $59. I guess they have to go up $10 in order for them to realize, well, I'm paying an extra $10. I gotta pay for a season pass. We paying $50 now for a season pass.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
That's the highest I have seen a season pass. It's $50.
So you've paid 60 for the game, and then you're paying another 50 for more parts of that same game.
And that's where you have it right there. When you just said, I thought they wanted to make the games 120, they just did
Uh-huh.
it by selling you a $50 season pass. That
Mm-hmm.
120 right there. And they know people are actually going to buy this season pass, especially if it's a favorite game or a popular game or whatever. They know gamers are going to pay for it. They
Mm-hmm.
know gamers are going to pay for it than the ones that's going to argue about it. So they would rather have those few argue about it, but still get that 80% that actually pay the extra $50 to get the
Mm-hmm.
content, some of the content that they probably took out of the game.
That is sad. That
Yeah,
is,
it is.
and that's just it. These quote unquote gamers are fussing and fighting, and arguing over the wrong thing. They're arguing over frivolous stuff instead of stuff that can actually make a difference in the types of games that we all play. And we've shown that we can stand up for something as a whole, as a community. But a majority of what everyone sees is the crumb side, quote unquote, of YouTube. They see that. They see the arguing, the bickering. They see people trying to bring this internet crap into the real world. They're seeing things of that nature. They're not seeing the unity. They're not seeing the positiveness. They're not seeing any of the other things, and that's causing people to leave YouTube. You have really good YouTubers that either are not posting as many videos or have left or are considering leaving YouTube because of this idiocy. You don't have enough people, that in on the positive side of YouTube, um, that you don't have enough to bring everyone together. We have shown that we can stand together as a whole, but people just choose not to. They feel apparently that it's better to be an entertainer and to go through the crumb side of YouTube to gain their followers and subscribers, but I feel that people lose themselves within that. You eventually become that, so I feel that we all need to stand for something that does, in fact, affect us all, and that is the fact that these games are broken. These games are, a lot of things that should be able to be unlocked through normal gameplay are hidden behind paywalls, or they decide to give you, as you said, DLC. I don't like DLC. I mean, that's just me. Some people are fine with it. Apparently, a lot of people are fine with it. But, that is one thing I've always enjoyed about old school gaming is that everything is on that disc. You just need to unlock it. And then, if your friends come over and they see that you have, this particular, I don't know, whatever. It could be something as simple as an outfit that you're wearing. Oh, so you beat such and such and such and such. They automatically know this is how you got this. And it's not like that anymore. We can't play through a game and unlock these things. We have to literally either buy it or get it in the form of DLC, and again, buy it. So it's ridiculous. I feel that it's horrible what these developers are doing, but as long as no one say anything about it or stand up and as collectively as a whole and refute what's going on, that it's going to continue. It's going to continue, and it's going to get worse. People apparently don't see that or don't care because they're too busy trying to be entertained.
Yep.
So
Yep. I totally agree. I mean, DLC to me, I don't completely disagree with it, especially when you could show me that you gave me a you gave me a game and I played through it and I got enjoyment out of it, some good hours enjoyment out of it. And then you come back later on and say, "Hey, we're making DLC that's going to add to the story or maybe add to a back character that was in the story or
well, that's different.
yeah,
That is
I
different.
like that. But when you do stuff like a DLC for, let's say, Batman Arkham Knight, which was, I think it was $40 or $50 for the season pass. Now, if you go into the PlayStation Store, what you get is a lot of skins, um, for the characters. You get a lot of skins for the Batmobile. You
Mhm.
get the Batmobiles from different generations of Batman from the movie and all that TV show.
Mhm.
They do give you what is it, Batgirl. She comes with it, and I think that's it. Because if you just buy a regular, you still get I still get Harley Quinn. I think Harley Quinn was exclusive to the PlayStation 4. So if you had an Xbox One, you didn't get the Harley Quinn story. You would probably
Mhm.
have to buy it off the Xbox Live store. You see what I'm saying? It's like all this look, and then their backstory is not that long.
Yeah.
They said the Batgirl is probably an hour, if that, and Harley Quinn. I haven't played through hers yet, but I heard hers is like maybe 20 minutes,
What?
30. Yeah.
No way.
So I'm like this was in the season pass, a $20 extra game.
Oh my goodness, that's horrible.
I'm like, okay. And that's why I don't really mess with season pass like that. When you start telling me about season pass before the game is even released or DLC before the game is either before it's released, I know it's just BS that you're throwing at me. It's skins, it's guns, it's clothes. It's probably a piece or two that you took, a small section that you took out of the game. You know what I'm saying, to make this season pass, and that's what I'm not cool with.
Mhm.
I'm not cool with anything like that. But if it's like The Witcher 3 where they give you a whole new adventure, you know what I'm saying, then that's cool. You give me, but other than that, nah, I can't do it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to end this here. And yeah, I think this has been a decent first run of one-on-one. So yeah, I will go ahead and have you again let people know where they can find you, and we will go from there. So
What's going on, YouTube? This your boy Dirty. You can find me at my channel, TheOlDirty33. I just usually do some unboxing of games for the consoles, the handhelds, Blu-ray movies. I'll probably get back into doing like news and stuff once I find more information about the PlayStation and the NX. I just don't like just giving rumors.
mm,
Uh, I like I like for it to be legit, and this is what's real, and this is what's coming. If you want to visit me on my music channel, I have music, vinyl records that I show that I brought from stores and stuff like that, and Record Store Day. Check me out there at DirtyVinylPlay. So go ahead, subscribe, or I kill myself.
oh no, okay. And again, guys, thank you, thank you, thank you for all the support that you have been giving to this channel. Be sure to subscribe to Dirty. I will have the links to his channels below. Yeah, thank you for tuning in to the first installment of Between Gamers One-on-One. And yeah, see you next time. Be sure, again, to subscribe, guys, because we've got more content coming here in the near future. And until next time, you guys take care and be safe.
Peace out.